Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest started creating videos and music for Vine and YouTube around a decade ago and quickly racked up over 1 billion views. He's the man behind many of the voices on the YouTube series Awkward Puppets, and his new film is now streaming on Prime Video. It's called Música.
You hear the bounce?
Yes.
Listen for more.
So we just saw a clip about how your character experiences the world. So, like, is that the same for you?
Yeah, well, I've lived with this condition known as synesthesia, which I didn't know much about until later in my life. And I tried, to the best of my ability, to depict my specific version of synesthesia in the film, which is like a musical, sensory experience.
It's kind of incredible. It's like an orchestra going on around you of different sounds, like of life.
Yeah, which sometimes is
maybe hard to pay attention to anything else.
Certainly, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's super helpful, and other times it's quite hindering.
Yeah.
And the film explores both.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I've never seen anything like this, like on film, which is even cooler. That's hard to do, to find something fresh. So the movie is autobiographical, right? Mm-hmm. All right, was that kind of scary for you to do?
Very traumatic.
Yeah,
but also very rewarding.
Yeah.
It's loosely
based.
based.
I thought you were being sarcastic at first. That's why I laughed. I thought it was very traumatic. I was like, you know.
I was, but then no one laughed. So,
oh, okay. I did. I
okay.
laughed. I was like, wait. I thought it was funny.
It's loosely based on my life, my experience. I'm playing myself. My mother's playing my mother.
Yeah.
We're shooting in a lot of the locations where the story is actually set in the Ironbound, this pocket of Newark.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, 90% of what you see in the film is based on an experience I've actually had.
Yeah, which I love. And your mom is in it. That's so cool. Was that your idea?
Oh yeah, that was non-negotiable. She had to be in the film.
Yeah. I mean, how was she nervous to do something like that?
No.
Like, not at all?
Absolutely not. No, she's just very natural. She's very unapologetically herself. We shot in her home, in her actual like kitchen and living room where I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad idea.
Oh no, why a bad idea?
Well, we'd be in the middle of a scene, in the middle of a take. We're literally, the cameras are rolling, 3 cameras, all the Amazon studio executics and producers, and in the middle of the take, she'd be like, could you just take your shoes off to one of the boom operators?
Respect my house.
Yeah, she's like, I'm like, Mom, we're shooting. She's like, no, you can keep
but take your shoes off.
Yeah, exactly.
I respect that. I love that. Yeah. So your mom, I hear, set you up a lot. Is that true? My mom would never set me up.
No?
No.
She had a very specific perspective. She's Brazilian. And we got a Brazilian in the house.
Yeah, I heard a woo.
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
She was very adamant about keeping it within the family, within the culture, and fantasized at the time about me meeting a local Brazilian girl. So she would often accidentally, coincidentally, have her friends and daughters of her friends over the house, and I would come home and there's just like a beautiful Brazilian sitting on the couch, which sounds like a dream come true for a lot of people, but it's also incredibly awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And there's a scene in the film that quite literally depicts that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So you actually started dating your co-star, Camila, right?
Camila Mendes.
Yeah. Is that cool or kind of awkward at first? Because you're doing scenes. Look how cute you are. Is it cool to work together like that? Did you kind of fall for each other while working together?
Yeah, I mean, we met on the project, and she came on as a co-star and co-producer. And
very cool.
There was a familiarity. She's also Brazilian-American. We're very excited to...
Your mom is so happy.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm convinced this whole film was orchestrated by her.
She did everything.
Yeah. Amazon, I don't know. I think, yeah, I mean, it was very natural, it was very organic.
Yeah.
That scene that you just saw was the first day of shooting.
Yeah.
And as she's asking me questions and our characters are getting to know each other, so were we in real life. So the lines blur when you watch the film between Rudy and Isabella and Rudy and Camila.
That's romantic. Okay. All right, Rudy's film Música is streaming now on Prime Video. Y'all got to check it out.